Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. It's opening round coverage of the Alberta Classic. And now to the 14th hole. That's where we find our featured golfer. Frank, how would you assess this first round performance from our featured golfer?
I'd say commercial, solid, very professional. If this is the worst round they score all week, it's not such a bad round. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, what are we looking at on this approach shot here at the 14th?
This 14th green just built up a little bit. Got to be careful you don't miss this green on the left side. It'll just kick all the way down. It'll be a difficult little chip up the hill. But once again, second shot's not too long.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Just a couple of feet. With that birdie, now at 1 under par for the tournament. Now to the 15th tee, and Frank, this looks like a fun shot to hit.
It won't play its full yardage because of that elevated tee, but a good one out here. We might see one of those 350, 300. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power? Rich, that is annihilation of a golf ball.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he just tore that thing to pieces. Frank, in the end, it is a game of precision. We know that.
No,
but
it's not, Rich.
It's not.
You tell me, after a shot like that, he's not pumping his chest out. That's what people want to do. They want to hit it like that.
Precision. I love to see guys just bomb it.
Come on, everybody wants to hit it that far. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, getting him another good look. Frankie's going for 2 birdies in a row.
If he can knock this one in, then that's certainly going to help the confidence.
Has it now sitting at 2 under par for the tournament. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favor a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
That would be a great look at birdie. Settles in over the putt. Frank, that looked good to me. Oh, man.
He just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Nice par to remain at 2 under. Just 2 holes left here at Banff Springs, and Frank, another par for this one, short, 374 yards.
It is. It's named Sarcee, which is a tribute to the Indian tribes here and the First Nations of Canada. So think about that when you're teeing it off here on what is not an overly difficult par 4.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Hole's 4 1/4 inches. Could have done with one slightly bigger.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Frank, let's hope he doesn't make double bogey now.
That's the saddest coming out in you, Rich.
That takes him to 1 under on the day. Here we are at the 18th at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5. Frank, did you like to finish a round with a par 5?
Certainly if I could birdie it, that's for sure. And there's a good chance here at 18 you can, but there's bunkers galore. They're all in play for various standards of play. But the reward is if you can pump one down the middle of the fairway there, and then you reduce this par 5 to simply a drive and an iron.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Good lie in the fairway, good chance to make something happen here. Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen. Could have been a lot worse. That he didn't finish up too bad.
No, just on the fringe, so he'll still have an opportunity to knock this one in. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. And with that birdie, moving into the top 20 on the leaderboard. Well, Frank, as we wrap things up here at Banff Springs, we think about reasons we love this game. A, the competition, but I think also where it takes us to amazing places like the Canadian Rockies.
It was a great day to play golf and take pictures, but you know, the golf course right in front of you, it is absolutely beautiful to the eye and rewarding too for some good golf.
Well, that'll wrap it up for all of us here at EA Sports. I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo saying until next time. Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today, it's live second round coverage of the Alberta Classic. I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I have ever seen. Just let it rip. Squeeze that one, Frank.
That is the champion of the mashes. He mashed up. I don't know if that button can be used again after that.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Frank, I'm sure it feels good to get some red numbers on the card, but this tournament is probably too far out of reach at this point.
Good question.
appears to be tracking well. Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the whole location from here. Frank, how about that?
Oh, can you believe that, too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away instead, straight in. Amazing shot, and really deserves it.
So a par 4 to open, then a par 3, and now Frank here at the third, a par 5 at 528 yards.
And you get to see everything very early on in the round. Dogleg left first hole, par 3 second, and now a long dogleg right, par 5. With a good tee shot, though, you can definitely reach this hole in 2.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That is just an outstanding shot right there. And now a chance for an eagle. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Are you kidding me? He just missed that. I cannot believe that. That was such a short putt. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
His momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this. Sneaking into contention here. That birdie.
Top 15 now on the leaderboard. Frank, it's always fun to play a par 3 just like this one.
Yeah, the ball's going to go further. Obviously, get to tee it up. Should be able to carry that water. That's really the only problem for the player in front. But once again, another good chance for a birdie.
192-yard par 3 fourth. Nice play right there. That's in pretty close. Birdie putt coming up. A par on this hole yesterday. I'll tell you, he's setting himself up for a good weekend. A former college #1 makes another birdie. Well, again, Frank, we get that good mix of holes here. We've had a couple of par 3s, a short par 5, and that opening par 4. Now at the fifth hole, 424-yard par 4.
The first bunker on the right, not really in play for the good players. Just be a little cognizant of that one on the left side, depending on what club you want to hit off the tee. Ideally, that line is the third bunker, the one in the distance. It's a good line off the tee here.
We knew it right away, Frank. That's a good one.
Solid.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms. Ready to go. Frank, you've played golf all over the world. What are your impressions of Banff Springs?
It's nice, Rich. I was actually in Calgary many a year ago, and I'm disappointed I never got to play the Banff golf course. Getting to see it today, it's one that I would have put on my bucket list.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now at the sixth hole here at Banff Springs, it's a short par 4, only 373 yards, and the short par 4, Frank, all the rage in golf course architecture these days.
A lot more strategy involved when you've got a hole that you can nearly reach with a tee shot. It's how far back you leave it, what sort of distance you want that second shot. All those things to compute. Straightforward, a little bit uphill. Basically, it's what you want for your second shot. That was nuclear.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you...
Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. Well, Frank, this is the longest hole on the golf course, 602 yards. Obviously a par 5, though. Guys like Rory have to be thinking about making an easy 4, getting home in 2.
Yeah, you referenced it. Longest hole on the golf course. Yet Rory McIlroy still reached it in 2. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch.
Well, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line. Steady all day long. That one about 20 feet away. They'll settle. Huge chance to climb the leaderboard. A putt for eagle. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Locked in on the read and the speed. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot on the green in regulation.
Second shot.
Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power?
Just amazing what they're able to do with that golf swing. Hit it so far at that size. Not overly big, but man, can really move it a long ways.
Happiness is a long, 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 long walk after that one.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Go ahead and do that. Eagle on the call. Excellent front side. Trying to keep it going here on the second nine.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good.
Our computer gives us 23 feet, Rich.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Continuing to putt with confidence. So off the long par 3/10, we are at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4, Frank.
It looks like a straightaway par 4, Rich, but if anything, the hole actually bends to the left, and you really want to follow that natural contour of that. Just sort of draw it off those bunkers on the right, or just simply carry it over the ones on the left. But ideally down the left side, it avoids that pine tree that's further down.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is gone.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Not a gimme, but well within his range. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
All right, on to the 12th hole, 442-yard par 4. What do you like about this hole, Frank?
Just a nice par 4 that sort of bends to the player's right. A lot of people will just stand up here, grab the driver. I don't really think you have to do that, Rich. The hole's not overly long. Just something short or down that left side. You're only going to have a short iron in for your second shot.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Frank, another scoring opportunity here with his second shot at the 12th.
There certainly is, even when they stick the flag all the way in the back, which is the hardest hole location. You can still get at it with a short club. A nice sort of rolling, gentle terrain on this green, so chances are you're going to have a putt with a little bit of break in it. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Well, it's obvious he is in complete command of his golf ball right now. It's a big putt right here for birdie.
That's a birdie. Well, this is a good hole right here. Par 3, 225-yard 13th. Frank, what do you think?
Well, it's called sulfur. I can't remember what element that is on a periodic table, but hardest thing here is not to figure that out, but figure out what club you're going to use. Just a fraction downhill, just over 200 yards. It does narrow up when they start to tick the flag in the back, but there's a nice fat target there. Sort of those first two-thirds of the green.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
Par yesterday, now for birdie. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Back here at the par 4 14th, and we are ready to tee off. 442-yard hole, Frank.
It's called wampum. My Canadian's not that good, so I don't know what that means, but the way I decipher it, another little dog leg to the right with bunkers all over the place. It's sort of in the place where you'd like to hit the tee shot is exactly where that crop of, what is that, 5 bunkers down the left side. So you're going to have to somehow squeeze it just right of that. Very awkward tee shot.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Settles in over the putt.
Comfortably knocks it in.
Frank, looking out here on the 15th hole, this looks like a spot where you could really crank one that you could tell your buddies about.
It's another hole that suits a player that hits the ball right to left. It's no surprise to see why Rory McIlroy plays well around here. Nice, big, high towering draw. It's going to go that extra yardage because of the elevation.
Gave that the full treatment. Get up. Wow, Frank, that was an absolute bomb right there.
Yeah, what's longer than long? Because we just saw it.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's
headed for the green. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Birdie try again here today. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favour a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Right at about 125 yards to where the hole is cut. Get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
These putts keep the round together. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been.
Now to the 17th, 374 yards, and Frank, players might be licking their chops here.
They certainly would, Rich. Bunkers left and right, but they can be carried with an aggressive tee shot. It'll set up just a short iron into a green that pitches towards you. So maybe just a little bit underneath the flag with a second shot. Really a chance to have a fast finish.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque. Great, too.
Beautiful.
Here we are at the 18th at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5. Frank, would you like to finish a round with a par 5?
Certainly if I could birdie it, that's for sure. And there's a good chance here at 18 you can, but there's bunkers galore. They're all in play for various standards of play. But the reward is if you can pump one down the middle of the fairway there, and then you reduce this par 5 to simply a drive and an iron. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like.
Never looked like missing.
Well, here we are at the final hole here at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5, and Frank, a chance to finish the round with a flourish.
If you're one of the fortunate to hit this fairway, it's very reachable, but well protected by bunkers, left, right, central bunkers as well. You really have to be aware of two things, the wind direction and exactly how far you can carry that tee shot if you want to find this fairway.